Vanakkam, Namaste. Myself Dr. R. Balaji. I am Assistant Professor from School of Yoga Therapy of Institute of Salitogenesis and Complementary Medicine of Sri Balaji Vidyapith. Today we are going to see about the 6 classical cleansing techniques. The Shat Kriyas or Karmas. Karmas means action, Kriyas means a purification process, a systematic rational movement which helpful for the purification of the internal bodies. So, what is Shat Kriya? 6 types of Kriyas that are practiced for ultimate purification of the entire body and mind. These are the practices were extensively outlined by Swami Swatmarama in his textbook Hatha Yoga Pratipika, and he mentioned it as Kriya, 6 cleansing Kriyas. It is a preparatory practices for higher practices like asana and pranayama, and it is one of the vital component of swash, that means the cleansing process. And what is the purpose of this Shat Kriya? The main important purpose is to remove the impurities of the internal organs which is accumulated by the external matter to the different sensory organs. The purpose is to remove the gross impurities, and it will help to cure a certain range of diseases and helpful for the higher practices like pranayama. And through this we can able to go into the liberation of highest powers which is called as the Kundalini, and it also helps us to attain the Kaivalya, the moksha. So, what are the 6 cleansing kriyas here? They are the Neti, Dauti, Nauli, Kapalapati, Basti and Trataka. Out of the 6, 3 is fully dedicated to our gastrointestinal system. So, what we are taking and how it is digested and how it is get eliminated. All these things are very important to prevent from the disease. So, first we are going to see one by one from top to bottom. First we are going to see on Neti. Neti, which used to cleanses the upper respiratory tract. It is a purification of nasal passages and the nostrils, and unclear nostrils are the major cause for the even common rhinitis or the common upper respiratory tract infection. And how the Neti can be performed? It can be performed in 4 different types by using water, Jalaneti, using a corrugated rubber tube or a thread, Sutraneti, or using a milk, Dugdhaneti, or using a ghee, Ghitaneti. So, this is how a Jalaneti is performed. The white color ceramic pot which is placed is the Jalaneti pot, and this is how the Neti is performed. And for this technique, sterilized and lukewarm isotonic salt water, it is called as the saline solution, is poured into one nostril so that it leaves to the other. This procedure is then repeated to the other side. After performing the Neti Kriya, the most important step is to bend forward and perform the Kapalapati. If you don't do this Kapalapati technique after performing the Neti, then you will always go into the state of sinusitis or other respiratory tract infection. So, performing Kapalapati after Neti is more important than performing Neti itself. So, remember that after performing Neti, we have to bend forward and do Kapalapati, the most vital step. And Sutra Neti, you can see the red corrugated rubber tube there, and you can see in the image how one part of the thread is in the mouth and one part in the nostril, and we have to do the swing action to do the cleansing. In Sutra Neti, the length of a wet string or the thin surgical tubing is carefully and gently inserted to the nose and one end into the mouth. Both the end is then pulled out of the mouth while holding both ends at one string is alternatively pulled in and out of the nose and sinuses. It is used to clean the nose and also to remove the nasal polyps. It is an advanced type of yogic cleansing, and it requires experienced teacher and also lot of discipline during practices. And next we will go into the next Shat Kriya, the Dauti. Dauti in Sanskrit means purification. It is derived from the root word do, which means to wash. Series of techniques for cleansing of the whole gastrointestinal tract from oral cavity till anus. So, there are different types of Doughty like Neti. They are the Vaman Doughty, which cleanses the stomach with water. Vastara Doughty, by the name itself it tells, cleanses the stomach with Vastara, the cloth. Varisara cleanses the entire GIT through a technique called Shanka Prakshalana. Agnisara, which activates the digestive fire. So, first we are going to see how Vamana Doughty is performed. It is like expelling the water throughout, like physiologically inducing the vomiting. Understand the term physiologically inducing the vomiting term. Vamana means the middle and Doughty means purification. This technique is also known as Kunjala or the gesture of elephant. The gesture of elephant means filling your stomach with large quantity of lukewarm water and then vomit it out without the effort to remove the extra mucus from the food pipe. If the vomit is not coming automatically, we have to induce water by inserting the fingers into the mouth. So, then the next procedure is called Danda Doughty, cleansing of the intestine by using a catheter. The traditional way of Danda Doughty is to insert a soft stick, a stem of a banana, but we can't able to find in the modern days. So, we are using the catheter. Used to perform with a catheter, drink glass of water, of salt water, 3/4 glass of warm water, take a properly cleaned catheter and lean forward, then slowly insert the catheter into your throat and push it up to your stomach. That is more important. Then come out with the acidic water, mucus and bile from your stomach. Everything will slowly come out through the catheter tube. When the water stops to come out, that means the procedure is over and you can slowly take out the catheter from your mouth. So, again that requires very experienced teacher and lot of discipline to do the technique. The third one is the Vastara Doughty. As the name indicates, Vastara means cloth. It is a method that uses a long strip of cloth that is ingested and then pulled out. The practitioner sits in a squatting position, slowly swallows the moistened cloth until about 6 inches remain. The cloth stays in the stomach for up to 20 minutes. Remember, it should stay at least 20 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes is the normal timing. After which it is pulled out from the stomach. That brings out the impurities into all the intestinal tracts. Now, next we go into the abdominal exercise kriya called as the Nauli. You can see in the picture how Nauli is performed. So, it is an essential kriya implemented for the purification, and the most important thing is toning of abdomen and its internal organs. It is a self-administered abdominal massage using the muscles of the abdominal wall. The core is rotated internally by moving the abdominal muscles alternatively in a clockwise and then in anti-clockwise direction, and we can do it in the right side and in left side. Everywhere it can go into 360 degree. So, that is the most important abdominal massage which is self-administered, and this type of kriya is highly essential, stimulating the digestive system while cleansing is completely over. Nauli is considered a very difficult exercise which can be learned only with perseverance, passion, dedication and discipline, the most important things. And Nauli is generally done standing to have the full benefit, but it is also possible to do in sitting position. An experienced practitioner can do it in a sitting position. Nauli is one of the best exercise for our health due to the stimulation regulation effect upon the entire digestive system. Next, we are going into the enema, the modern enema, but traditionally it is called as the Basti. In the Hatha Yoga process of enema to clean the large intestine. In Hatha Yoga Pratipha, the technique is explained as squatting in water up to the navel region. Insert a bamboo stick into the anus. Now, contract the anus so that the water is drawn inwards and expel it out. Cleansing thus is Vasti. This is the verse given in Hatha Yoga Pratapika. What are the benefits of Basti? The old stools is removed and gas is expelled. If it is there for long time, then it turns into poison. So, this is the most important thing, to remove the old stools and the gas is expelled out fully. It helps in various abdominal elements and increases the appetite. It is useful in relieving constipation, and it makes the human to feel physically very light and active. The colon right up to cecum is cleaned and purified totally. Next we are going to see the Trataka, the eye gaze, the steady gaze. Trataka is a specific type of Kriya that works towards promoting good eyesight, developing focus and enhancing the physical and mental dedication. With a concentration mind and fixed gaze without blinking, look at a minute object until tears are shed. This is called Trataka. And what are the benefits of Trataka? It helps to improve the eyesight. Trataka gets rid of eye illness and drowsiness. It may help to correct the weakness of external ocular muscles, helps develop the power of concentration to almost unlimited degree and thereby awaken all latent faculties. It helps to improve the memory, and it is one of the most important points to stimulate the Agnya Chakra. And the last one, the famous Kapalabhati, where the both inhalation and exhalation is active. Whereas in Bhastrika, it will be one part is very active and one part is passive. But in Kapalabhati, there is both active inhalation and exhalation. A type of Kriya which made up of two words, Kapal which denotes skull and the function organs associated with it, and Bhati that denotes glow. Kapala Bhati. It makes our skull to glow, to attain the state of luminosity. It is an intense breathing technique which removes all the respiratory blockages from the tracts and detoxifies the entire lymphatic systems. The Kapalabhati, the Puraka, is to be done with normal usual force, but the Rechaka has to be done with as much of force as it is at your command. But we follow here both the inhalation and exhalation should be very active. In doing, the abdominal area also makes inward and outward movements. Short breath is normally and breath out forcefully, so as to influence the organs of the abdominal area. So, this is about Shatkriya, the 6 cleansing techniques we seen about now. This is a very theoretical part and superficial explanation of Shatkriya, but to understand more about Shatkriya, we have to go into a deeper level. And remember, each and Shatkriya has a different time to practice and different composition of the body to practice. It can't be done by all at any time. It has a proper timing, and one should get properly trained before practicing it. So, just have the theoretical knowledge about Shatkriya, but don't practice unless until you are trained perfectly. That's it from today. Thank you.